Day 13. I think I'm going to do this workout for the rest of my life. It's a pretty good workout. I got aspects of this workout from all different places. Like, you know, I know the push-ups are push-ups and squats are squats, and the yoga, a little bit of jiu-jitsu warm-up style stuff. What else do we have? Planks. It's a really good mix of things. Has me feeling pretty good. I do a little bit of lifting on top of this, but a lot less lifting than I used to do. I started lifting, I was like 15 or something, but that was nonsense lifting. Like I threw 1,060 pounds on the leg press and moved it about 6 inches. And that's all I talked about at school for like the next month. And then I threw like 545 pounds on the trap bar, the hex bar, with the elevated hand grips. And I managed to deadlift it with the elevated hand grips. But then I also spent the next 6 months going to physical therapy for a fracture in one of my lumbar or whatever. Somewhere in my back there was a fracture. They did a CAT scan or something, and I had to drink radioactive juice, and they did a scan on me. I don't know what it was exactly, but they were like, yeah, there's a crack in your lumbar. And then it's probably had something to do with picking up 545 pounds with absolutely no training at all. These things are probably related. Then I took a break from lifting to do some partying for a while in my high school days. I came back to lifting when I was like 20. I was like 20 years old. I was working at a car salesman at a car dealership. And it was right across the street from a Burger King. And the thing about Burger King is they literally pump their kitchen fryer smells like into the air so that you smell it from like a half mile away. It's a pretty irresistible smell. And when you're there 12 hours a day, just smelling it, you know, you're going to visit. So I got back up to 250 pounds at a doctor's appointment. They're like, you know, you're 250. I was like, holy shit. So I bought a Bowflex like that day. And I got really into eating Special K and working out on my Bowflex and hiking trails in the mountains like every single day. But my diet was still unbalanced. It was really, I don't know, my diet was really unbalanced still. And somehow I caught mono. And I got really, really, really sick. Not to get into the whole story of that, but I was down to like 170. Stopped working out on Bowflex for a little bit. Bunch of stuff happened. But then by the time I was like 21, I started lifting again with some guys that were taking steroids and stuff. I wasn't taking steroids, but they were. So I was trying to keep up with them, but I couldn't. But I tried, you know. And then I went to school for exercise physiology and learned a little bit more of the proper way to lift and set programs up and stuff like that. But I spent my entire 20s lifting improperly and way too much. Now, I'm lifting 3 days a week and not chasing after the most possible weight I can lift, but actually doing it on a program with some sense and reason. Like I'm about to start a 5-3-1 program after Worlds based off percentages and different levels of effort per day. And I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I can run 10 miles with a 35-pound vest on. I can do 15, 20 rounds of jiu-jitsu and still be fresh. I can still bench press my body weight like 20 times, squat my body weight at least 20 times. So, I mean, what other measure of fitness do you want? I've deadlifted over 500 pounds before. I don't think I could do that right now. But there's not a whole lot of good reason to do that. Unless you're trying to see who can deadlift the most amount of weight. So yeah, lifting is a good tool to use, but unless you're trying to be a competitive lifter, it's easy to let your ego get away from you on lifting and chase after nonsense. The most I've ever benched is 335. It's the most I'll ever need to bench. Like, there's much better. Like, if I'm going to put the time and effort into something to improve my fitness, my overall fitness, my health, you know, the way I look or whatever, or my jiu-jitsu and all that, you know, or my 1 rep max bench press. Like, you can't just do all those things. If you're going to try and do something, you got to focus. And my 1 rep max bench press is not something that I need to particularly focus on. Like, it can't be shit. It can't be as, you know, I gotta maintain some level of strength, but I don't need to bench press 425 pounds or 500 pounds or whatever. And to achieve that goal would require specific focus. It would need to be every part of my training program would need to be focused on it. Much like right now, like every part of my day, from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, and even the stuff that I take before I go to bed. Like, you know, every part of my day is built around how can I be better at jiu-jitsu. Like, I wake up, I've talked about this a little bit before, but I'm going to really lay it out today. Like, as soon as I wake up, I have a smoothie. You know, 3 ounces of honey, 100 grams, about a quarter pound of carrots, a lemon. I have 3 smoothies throughout the day. Oh, well, yeah, all right. So the carrots, the honey, the lemon, protein powder, creatine. What else goes in that? Push-ups. 106. 106. I really wanted 107, but I was pretty fried. And then the buzzer went, so 106. Hip thrust. Let's see. So I have the smoothie. I do the dishes, flip the laundry, and then eggs. 4 eggs, bunch of garlic cloves all chopped up, pepper, red pepper, black pepper. Used to be a ghost chili pepper, dried ghost chili chopped up. They're hot, but I like them. But grocery store stopped selling them. So I need to find more somewhere. Until then, just, red pepper, cayenne powder, or whatever. They say it's really good for your, anti-inflammation and stuff like that. Anti-inflammatory. You need to really take care of inflammation, especially like me doing jiu-jitsu. I mean, people, we're trying to break each other's bones and joints and stuff like that. There's a little bit of inflammation that comes with that territory. But I take my whole day, my whole diet is built around anti-inflammatories. And not like Tylenol and stuff like that, but natural. I take fish oil and stuff. So the eggs, the garlic, red pepper, black pepper, parsley. Oh, you gotta eat parsley. There was a study out of Korea that said people who ate parsley gained an extra 2 pounds of muscle mass in their quads. So there's some stuff in parsley that might help you build muscle, maybe specifically in the legs. There's kind of a debate about that, but nonetheless, gotta eat like 2 grams of parsley a day. And let's see. And then I get in my weight vest run, and also a lifting workout if it's the day to lift. And then I have another smoothie with figs and molasses and baking soda, protein, creatine. Oh, this is one I've been playing with. I've been getting my coconut oil. I moved to that smoothie because normally I run outside, and when you run outside, well, there's something in coconut oil that is also in breast milk that is there to prevent you from catching a cold, like for little babies, but it's also in coconut milk. Because you don't want your baby to catch a cold. I forget what it's called, but it's in there. Get yourself some coconut milk. Not coconut milk, coconut oil. Not coconut milk. Coconut oil. Coconut milk. I don't know about coconut milk, but the oil. Let's see. And then I come to jiu-jitsu. I have a little pre-workout drink too with some cranberry pomegranate juice. Pomegranate is supposed to be good for dudes, sex stuff. But pure pomegranate juice, the prices have gotten out of control. It's like $15 for a week's worth now or something. I'm not spending $60 a month on fucking sugar water that maybe is like good for sex. Like, I don't need to. If it was cheaper, I'll try it. You know what I mean? Like, for shits and giggle or whatever, but like, I don't need to be spending money on it like that. But Cran Palm, the point is you need sugar water pre-workout, like pre-jiu-jitsu, 2 hours of jiu-jitsu, and then also this lifting or this exercise program. That this is something that I think that I'll do for the rest of my life till I'm fucking 137 or however old people are living in the future. Maybe they'll figure out how to make us just fucking stop aging. And then I'll get to do one of these videos every single day for the next 1 million years until a fucking tree falls on me. But if we can live to be 1 million years old, then they could probably fix blunt force trauma from trees too. Alright, so what comes after that? Oh, then my beer, my lager. 20% of your daily value or calcium in there. I haven't even looked up all the vitamins and minerals, but I want to say A, B, E, and K are all in the beer too. I want to say that they're all in there. I'm not sure, but I think that it's really loaded with them vitamins and minerals in the beer, and then some carbs, and then the alcohol. A little bit of alcohol is actually has some benefits to it. We don't need to get on all that. You should look it up though. You know. Then I have my beer. Get home, another smoothie, final smoothie of the day. What goes in that one? Coffee beans. This is something that I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to do because they don't grind up right. They get stuck in my teeth. I like the idea, but maybe my blender is not good enough to grind up the coffee beans. I have a coffee bean grinder. I could just grind up my coffee beans in the coffee bean grinder and then dump that into the blender because the blender is not so good at grinding up coffee beans. But the coffee bean grinder is. That's what I'll do. Thank you, YouTube. Let me work that one out. I'm going to try that today. For sure. Whew. But you got to mix your coffee beans with your cacao powder. 100% cacao, non-Dutched, cold pressed cacao. No sugar added. You know, nasty ass, pure chocolate. It's not tasty. It's not supposed to be. You put some protein powder in there though. And it's great, you know, but I haven't had problems with coffee beans, but I think we may have just solved that problem today. We did that together. Wow. So, molasses, coffee beans, cacao, protein, more creatine, arm swings. Let's do it this way. What else? That's about it. But I used double. I used double the ice for the last smoothie of the day so that it's a big one. A real big smoothie. And because I'm thirsty, you know, like just did 2 hours of jiu-jitsu, like an hour of drilling, and then another nearly an hour of rolling, like live, and over half an hour of this. I'm fucking thirsty. And I had that beer. I can't just drink all the beer. All the beers. Not today. The day after I win Worlds. Oh, fuck. The day that I win Worlds, I'll drink all the beers. Until then, just one beer a day to keep the doctor away. Oh. And then half a pound of sirloin steak with sweet mesquite seasoning. Toaster oven, 15 minutes. Don't even have to flip it. It's not a toaster oven, it's an air fryer. Basically, it's a toaster oven though. Maybe it heats a little bit better, but I think you could get away with doing it in a toaster oven. Half a pound of top sirloin steak and half a pound of chicken breast. Sweet mesquite. A little bit of Worcestershire. That stuff. A little bit of that on there. And you don't skip the fucking fatty parts or the gristly, tendony parts or whatever of the steak. Those are some of the most important parts of the steak. I used to eat Jell-O every day because it's that gelatin. It's that ground up, gristly stuff. And it's a type of protein. It's definitely not a complete protein, so don't think of it as protein. But for your ligaments and your joints, connective tissue, cartilage, all that stuff, it's what it's made out of. So swallow it fucking whole if you have to, but don't skip that part of the steak. 10 seconds. Squats. Alright, squats. What did I get last time? Alright, let's go for 100. Got 106 push-ups. Let's go for 100 squats. I'm gonna watch the clock a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh my God, 99. $99. Shit. So, I had a mistake with my Worcestershire, wore my sauce on it, and chicken, and then a little bit later, about an hour or two before bed, I'll have a big glass of water. I'll have like my zinc, magnesium, chromium, and selenium vitamin stack. That's it, like no calories, just some vitamins and water. Big thing of water. Magnesium helps you sleep a little bit better. It's good for restoration. Restorative zinc and magnesium real good for restorative. Chromium and selenium are also important for hormone function and the building blocks of hormones and things like that. It's important to take, especially training like this really fries the vitamins and minerals in your system. So it's important to supplement them if you're gonna train fucking like 8 hours a day. Or if you're gonna, be a coal miner or a lumberjack or a fisherman, if you're gonna just do some hardcore shit, it's important to get your vitamins and minerals. And take a shot of apple cider vinegar with the mother probiotics and stuff in it. I'm not entirely sure what that does for you, but I've been craving it. Like, I don't know, I've been having a craving for it. When I was in school, we learned about this guy who got fucking stuck on a boat or whatever, straight in the middle of the ocean, not doing so good. And he was able to catch fish though. So his body was craving fish eyes. And like fish livers too, I think. And he didn't know why. He wasn't aware of like the particular, he didn't know anything about diet and nutrition or whatever. He just knew that he was craving the fish eyes. And when they finally rescued him after like a while out there, like weeks or something, months maybe, they were like, holy shit, you're still alive. And he was like, yeah man, I've been eating all these fish eyes. And it turns out there was like some mineral or whatever, vitamin, lutein maybe? I have no idea. But there was maybe just the water. I don't know. But he's like, yeah, it's the fish I saved my life, Like his body was craving it. He knew that he needed it. He got it because his body told him to get it. And it's pretty cool that your body can do that. But my body's been telling me, get some apple cider vinegar with the mother in it. So, don't ignore your body. So I'm gonna take a shot a day. 1 ounce. 28 grams, or just a simple shot glass, or a simple 30 milliliter medicine. It's all the same thing. It's all a shot. It's all 28 grams. An ounce. I try not to take it with my vitamins, so I try and take it away from them because I'm afraid that it might just disintegrate the vitamins or neutralize them in some way. And there's a cheese on my eggs. That's about it. So all this adds up, and ketchup. Cheese and ketchup on my eggs. But all this adds up to like 3,500 calories a day. And with the way that I'm training, yesterday I was 204. Then, my wife was home from work and the kids, were there. And so we watched Christmas movies and ate some popcorn, and I gained a couple pounds because I didn't just stop at the popcorn. But I believe, I know that I'll lose that weight real quick. It's water. But 3,500 calories a day. I pretty much told you what they are. I don't think I've left very much out. On days that I do double jiu-jitsu, I do double pre-workout and double cream palm juice. And honestly, it's not enough calories. If it wasn't for my cheat meals, 3,500 would leave me down in the 190s. So I need those cheat meals just to keep me. Oh, that hit hard today. Holy shit. Ah, 20 seconds. All right, that'll do it for today.